narcissist is very much like a Venus flytrap. If you're not careful, they just might suck you up. So let me explain to you what a Venus flytrap is. So a Venus flytrap is a plant, and I'm going to read you the description. It's a perennial carnivorous plant, notable for its unusual habit of catching and digesting insects and other small animals. The Venus flytrap can't survive without digesting insects, right? And a narcissist can't survive without digesting you, or at least taking your energy from you, because they cannot generate it themselves. A narcissist is like a Venus flytrap, and one of the most daunting tools that they use is the sob story. If you've met and or loved a narcissist, if you work with a narcissist, and this is where we can get into trouble as fixers and enablers, people with high empathy or people with HSP, people who are highly sensitive. You're going to get in trouble by a narcissist's sob story. Because when you meet a narcissist, they have to get you to feel sorry for them right away. If you are someone who is struggling with what the narcissist is emitting, so if the narcissist is emitting a sense of abandonment and you struggle with abandonment because of your wound, you will want to take care of the narcissist whose wound is abandonment. If you have felt misunderstood in your family and the narcissist presents with you as feeling misunderstood in his or her family, you will want to take care of this narcissist, and more than anything, you will beat yourself into the ground, making sure that you understand the narcissist. And not only that, you will go out of your way to convince the narcissist you understand them, even if you have doubts about their story, even if you struggle with parts of this story, even if after 8 months, 9 months, or a year, things don't add up. And so a narcissist will give you a sob story. And that's why it's so important that people investigate what it means to be codependent. When you are codependent, you are in one-way relationships. When you suffer abandonment trauma in childhood, you have this wound. And this wound is like, I talk about this, the black box at the bottom of the ocean. When a plane goes down, there's this black box. I think it's a black box. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on the color, but I think it's a black box. And the whole purpose of the black box is to send out a signal. Here I am, here I am, here I am. When you have a wound from childhood, you send out a signal. It's here it is, here it is, here it is. And even if you never look within and figure out or recognize that you were abandoned in childhood, right? Even if you're confused because your family looked perfect, even if everything looked awesome, if you struggle with this sense of abandonment and unworthiness from early childhood trauma that you can't remember, you're sending off a signal. It's in you. You feel it. When you meet someone who's struggling with feeling alone, you will resonate with that person, and it's very easy to get sucked into their story. You don't know what kind of a person you're dealing with when you first meet them. You don't know that. You don't have enough data. You don't have enough information. But what a narcissist will do, a narcissist will use this sob story to suck you in, and then as soon as you get close enough, they'll drop the claw, and you're in good. And so it's important that you recognize a few things in yourself. If you struggle with abandonment trauma, if you struggle with any type of trauma from the past, please do everything that you can to heal it. Take yourself seriously. Are you somebody who tends to take care of people? Are you somebody who resonates deeply with wanting to nurture other people? Again, these are amazing qualities, and the world needs more people like that. But we have to recognize that when we have these wounds in ourselves, we are more likely to attract people who are going to take advantage of that kindness. And that's why it's important that as we move forward in life and we want to help people, we do it from a whole place. and not a wounded place. I'm a life coach. In my coaching programs and in my one-to-one sessions and in my Facebook groups, I hear all sorts of horror stories, and I believe them. But I also have very good boundaries. I also know that tools need to be offered, and the other person has to be willing to pick the tool up, right? So if your house is falling apart and I come to your house and I go, hey, I have a hammer in the car and a box of nails, it might help you with that wall. It might help you fix that window. What do you think? And you say yes, and I bring you the nail and I bring you the box of nails, and I bring you the hammer. It's up to you to pick up that hammer and the box of nails and begin hammering away to fix your life. When you're dealing with the narcissist has no interest in picking up the hammer, has no interest in picking up the nails. The narcissist wants you to do everything for them. The narcissist will claim that it's someone else's fault that the wall is falling down. There'll be no accountability for why what happened, even if they are the ones that created this mess, nor will there be a desire to actually fix it. So in life, it's really important, especially if you resonate with work like mine, and there's so many amazing teachers here on YouTube and elsewhere, who are trying to get you to investigate, how do I feel? What do I think? What do I need? Where are my wounds? Whatever you're struggling with can be exploited by someone who is an advantageous or an opportunistic sociopath, narcissist, or psychopath. It just is what it is. And there's a whole range of other people who are just, opportunistic. There is a whole range of people who are not as aware. Maybe they're not a narcissist, but they have problems with self-pity. They have problems with dependency. They have problems with taking accountability and looking at themselves. And that's why it's up to us to figure out what's up with us, right? The reason so many of us get hooked by a narcissist, one of the reasons, and there are many, if you have childhood trauma and your parents were a narcissist, chances are you're going to attract a narcissist in your life. You're going to attract a combination of mom and dad, right? If you were raised by alcoholics, you have a much greater chance of marrying an alcoholic. This is a holographic universe. The sins of the parents fall on the children. It is what it is. As adults, it's up to us to figure out what we can do about it. And there's so much that we can do about it. But we have to pick up the hammer and we have to pick up the nail, right? If you don't want to attract a narcissist anymore into your life or an opportunistic person, the most important thing that you can do is to stop and finally take care of you. And I mean that with all of my heart. I mean, look, even if your parents and your siblings say, nah, that never happened, nah, you're making it up, try to put that aside and focus on how you feel. If there's a hole inside of you, there's a hole inside of you. And it doesn't matter if anyone else says you have a right to feel that hole or that hole is valid. That's irrelevant. It's time for you to really investigate what that hole is so that you can fill it up with self-love and self-care so that you are no longer giving off this signal. So you're no longer struggling with feeling invisible and abandonment, because that is the energy and the emotion that a narcissist will exploit in you. And because it's in you, you will want to take care of it in the narcissist the way you wish someone took care of it within you. I really hope this video has been helpful. It's been given from my heart. My name is Lisa A. Romano. I'm the Breakthrough Life Coach and creator of the 12-Week Breakthrough Coaching Program. This is an online class that helps you investigate those ideas. It's an online class that helps you look for the subconscious programs that are keeping you stuck. It's a class that teaches wounded adult children from alcoholic homes and narcissistic homes, homes in which they felt like they were born but not raised. We're going to teach you the life skills that you need to really move forward in your life. It's all about giving yourself what you never received, and this class can do that for you. I host this class twice a year. I have a summer session and a fall session. Registration is open now. I moderate the class myself along with the team. And if you want to jump into programs right here, right now, which include programs on narcissism and codependency, then you can check out the Breakthrough Warrior membership site. Every month, I release new resources for you. Namaste, everybody. Until next time, be careful out there. If you love this content, check out the next video. And don't forget to click the link below so you can take the codependency quiz.
Today we're talking about narcissism and sex, and the way in which a narcissist perceives sex